Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Satisfaction Saturday. We're now into the weekend. We thank God how He has kept us all week long, and now we have the last day of the week. And we're just so grateful that God has blessed us to be able to see this day. It's so amazing. Our time of Advent falls along the same time as Hanukkah for our Jewish brothers and sisters, that all of us can celebrate the light that God has sent into the world, and may all of us be that light that He has sent. Today, I want to ask that you look with me into Luke's Gospel, the 9th chapter, verses 1 through 6. And we can find out here that Jesus now sends out His disciples, and He sends them out to start the preaching circuit. It's amazing that even in our contemporary times, we've had those who have been preachers who preach on a preaching circuit. And so it means that they go from place to place to place. But here in the text, it is so very unique how God does this powerful work through and by His disciples. Jesus tells them, He says, I am going to now transfer to you power. Now, you know, in the natural, anytime when you want to plug something in and you plug it, you must make sure there's a circuit, a connection, that you can get energy, you can get electricity, so you can generate energy or power or charge our phones or turn on our lights. Circuits are so important. But in order to have a circuit flowing, you got to have a source of power. So here in the text, it says that Jesus now transfers. He gives His 12 disciples power. And what kind of power does He give them? I'm so happy you asked me. He gives them the power to cast out demons and to heal all diseases. Now, in their contemporary day and time, there were so many people who had diseases and so many people who were demonically possessed, as they would call it. And as Jesus performed these miracles, and you can remember earlier when you read in the passages that they bring a child to Jesus and they say, well, your disciples couldn't do anything with him, so we're bringing him to you. And Jesus said it's because they don't have the power yet. And I think it might be true in some of our lives. Many of us are not doing the work that God has entrusted into us as His believers, as His disciples. And we're not doing the work because we really haven't received the transfer of power. Well, and that could be because maybe we're not as plugged in as the disciples were in their faith and their belief in Almighty God. Today, I want to ask myself the question, am I really plugged into what God has said? Am I all in, or am I sort of in, sort of out? You know, if you put something into an outlet, a cord, and if it's not all the way in, power could be intermittent. Sometimes you can have it, sometimes you might not. I ask myself the question, am I fully plugged in? Have I reached the power source? He says, I'm giving you power to cast out demons and power to heal. That means whatever spirits that are out there that are not like God, they have to be gone. I'm giving you that power. So His disciples, they go out and do this. And as they're going out doing the work, He tells them, don't take anything for your journey. Why? Because I'm going to provide everything you need. He tells them, wherever you go, you stay in a house and you stay there until you finish the work, until you move on to the next city. Don't take a stick. Don't take food. Don't take change of clothes. Everything is going to be provided. And that's the way you'll know that I am with you. And when you stop having those resources, it means it's now time to leave. You know, too often times, you and I forget that God promises He will supply everything that we need. He tells His disciples, go out, do the work that I've called you to do, and do the work. Too often times, we like the glamour, but we forget God called us to do the work. He tells them, go out and preach in all the villages. Make sure everybody knows about the good news of Jesus Christ. So today I want to ask you, do you have the power? And today, if we don't have the power, let's go to the power source and ask God to plug us in so we can be plugged into what He's called us to do, to share the good news of the gospel. And may God bless you and heaven smile upon you. And we'll see you tomorrow at the fountain as we're having live worship.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.